Do you think they should declare Antifa a terrorist organization?
Absolutely. Antifa are fascists themselves. You see them in the street. They attack people that they disagree with. They're trying to censor an opinion that they disagree with. That is the textbook definition of fascism.
There have been talks from President Trump and Ted Cruz about declaring Antifa a terrorist organization right here in the United States. We're at the Trump rally in Cincinnati, Ohio to find out what Trump supporters think.
No fascist USA! No the Trump! Impeachment now!
President Trump has talked about declaring Antifa as a terrorist organization. Do we do it? Is that too far? What do you think?
I honestly think we do it because it would make 100% plenty of sense with it, if that makes sense for you.
President Trump has commented about declaring Antifa a terrorist organization. Do we want to do that?
Yes.
Do you think Antifa should be declared a terrorist organization?
Yes, I do. Well, I seen Steven Crowder's video, and they were talking about hurting people and condoning violence, and that's...
Sounds like terrorism,
yeah,
right?
Terrorism, yeah.
Okay. Do you think we should declare Antifa a terrorist organization?
Absolutely. I mean, just look at them. In fact, they're coming through our side trying to start fights and whatnot, and all we're doing here is just standing and smirking at them, really.
And they think that that's violence. They think that that's, a reason to hit you over the head with a crowbar.
That's what they think, but it's not.
Trump declaring Antifa a terrorist organization. Should he do it?
Yeah, it's a good move.
Why?
Because they terrorize people.
For political reasons, right?
Exactly.
President Trump has mentioned declaring Antifa a terrorist organization. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. I mean, they're all in the streets all the time assaulting Trump supporters. I mean, it's terrible what they do. And you see things like CNN and all these liberal organizations, and they don't even call them out on it. They justify it almost in a sense.
They say, well, they have good ideas, and sometimes violence comes along with it, especially from CNN. That's what they tote all the time. Why do you think the liberal media has to lie about what they're doing?
Well, they're trying to brainwash their support base that they already have. I mean, it's pretty disgusting what they do. I mean, they paint Trump supporters as racist and homophobic and all these trigger words without identifying the problems of their own party, when they're the true by playing identity politics all the time. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, they use violence as a tactic to suppress their enemies.
Sounds like terrorism, doesn't it?
Basically.
So you would support them going through declaring Antifa as a terrorist organization?
Yeah, if they keep up, it's going to get worse and worse.
Do you think they should declare Antifa a terrorist organization?
Absolutely. Antifa are fascists themselves. You see them in the street. They attack people that they disagree with. They're trying to censor an opinion that they disagree with. That is the textbook definition of fascism.
Antifa should be declared a terrorist organization.
That is correct. For anyone who is able to walk in under any environment, be masked, and to create the havoc that they do within any type of organization, to me they deserve that. They are violent. They hide themselves. They have no remorse for what they do, and I feel that yes, absolutely, they should be considered violent.
President Trump and Ted Cruz have talked about declaring Antifa a terrorist organization. Do you think they fit in that category?
Absolutely.
They do to the extent of I don't think they're going to blow anything up. I think
they already did in Tacoma, Washington, at the detention center, the ICE facility.
I appreciate that correction. I think they're more thugs that walk around with brass knuckles, and they're more of
they're thugs with a political agenda.
They want to create havoc.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they just don't matter much. I don't even like seeing them get any attention on the news. Why pay attention to thugs and they're punks? And that's all they are.
Good to see you.
I was just watching one of your videos today.
Which one did you watch?
It was the one, I think it was from yesterday, when you went to, Young Turks and approached him. Good for you.
That little soy boy.
Yes,
Yeah,
we love you.
Make sure you check out that video, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get every single video. You have notifications on, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Oh, he's a good one. Okay, so President Trump has mentioned declaring Antifa a terrorist organization.
Yep.
Should we do it?
I mean, the things they do, I mean, they're violent. I mean, I don't know if all of them are violent, but the good majority that I see out there are. I mean, what they did to that journalist, you know, I mean.
Why do you think they have to resort to covering their faces and they have to get violent?
Because they hide behind that, because that's what gives them their strength, is that they can hide behind a mask or a helmet or whatever they put on, and they don't have any culpability for what they do. No one knows who they are, so they hide behind that, you know?
Do you think Trump should label Antifa as a terrorist organization?
Because they go around beating up people. I mean, that's not okay. And I think they should be condemned for it.
Why don't you think Democrats will say, that's wrong, stop wearing masks, stop hitting people on the head with crowbars? Why won't they say it?
I think that they want to scare people and make them afraid to come out as a Trump supporter. And I think that a lot of Trump supporters are quiet about it because of people like that. And I think that's part of their strategy, honestly.
I will say the most important thing is that there's a lot of people, depending on their political stances, they won't condemn them. Hitting people over the head with crowbars and baseball bats, that's just not acceptable.
Or firebombing detention centers in Washington, AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ayanna Pressley, whatever the heck their freaking names are, they wouldn't condemn it, and they're elected officials. What's going on with the Democrat Party?
It's just tribalism at its best. I mean, principle, there's just no place for it in today's politics, unfortunately.
What are some of the things that they've done that would pretty much put them in the category?
Violent. They attack people, and they wear masks, and they attack people wearing masks.
Why do you think they have to go the route of violence instead of just proving their point with debates and dialogue?
Because they have serious problems with mental problems. They're so consumed by hate. They've lost all sense of reason and reality. I think they just consumed by hate.
So President Trump and Ted Cruz have talked about declaring Antifa a terrorist organization. What do you think about that?
Yes, I absolutely think that they should. I mean, every time I get on the internet, of course, they're going to put like the worst videos of Antifa, but even at that, they cover their face for a reason. It's because they know they cover their face so that way if violence is going to ensue, that they can comfortably, with their group mentality, start beating on people. And I saw a YouTube video the other day where this guy was just standing outside, I think, Target with a Trump 2020 sign. And these girls came up and were just had black capes on, and they had eggs hidden in their cape, and just started launching at these people. And then someone came out and threw a milkshake on them, of course, which I don't know why that's their thing.
Did you hear that they actually had milkshakes laced with quick drying concrete, which causes acidic burns on your skin? How is this not terrorism? How are these people defending this? Because I've asked a couple of people here today, and they're like, no, we need violence. We need to get our point across with violence. What is going on?
I think when there's violence and destruction involved, that it should be labeled as a terrorist group just because they are being destructive, and I don't think that that's right. There are other ways that you can show support, like we are out here today. We're not being destructive, we're not causing harm to anyone, and we're still getting the word out there about what we believe. So there's a positive way to do it.
They're getting their from Oregon, they hang out in Oregon and stuff like that. They're getting their publicity from those news channels that promote that stuff, and they want to promote that stuff.
Like CNN, they refuse to condemn them.
I don't see CNN here with all these people here. They're not going to be here because of all these people here. They don't want that on their
They don't want the truth out there.
Platform, exactly.
Why do you think they have to go to the extent of covering their face and creating violence instead of just dialogue and debating their points?
Number one, they don't have the education to be able to debate the dialogue. They don't have the background nor the ability to do so. They resort to the basic instinct of man, which is violence, to be able to communicate their ideas and ideals. So it's all brute force. It is because they cannot compete on an educational level, that it is all physical. And they hide their faces because they don't want to be found out, because they know what they're doing is illegal. They know what they're doing is not right. And they don't want to be caught. That's the bottom line. No accountability for their actions.
These are the people that are keeping me out here documenting everything that's going on, these crazy psycho liberals. These are the people, because they go to the store, InfoWarsStore.com, and they purchase the products. Do you guys purchase anything else besides shirts?
Super Blue toothpaste. I brush with that every day. I love it. I do the Super Male Vitality. You take that a couple times a day. Keeps
Because
me going.
everybody brushes their teeth anyway, or they should. So why not get your toothpaste from InfoWarsStore.com, right?
So easy.
And you can put it on auto ship and you never run out.
It's seriously the best toothpaste I've ever had. I love it.